Hello, what's going on, everybody? This is Gil here at DashClicks, and this is the Agency Owners Playbook. I'm sitting here with John Jones of John John's Digital Marketing, calling out of Dallas, Texas. Is that right?
Yep, that's it.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into things. All right. So, first question: what year did you start your agency?
I was trying to get it off the ground in the middle of 2020 during the pandemic while it was going on.
Got it. Okay. What are your core service offerings for your agency?
Um, Primarily, I try to do Google Ads and then SEO. Those are the main ones, but I also do web design and the review management.
Got you. When you offer SEO and Google Ads, you actually try to bundle those two services together or prioritize based off of the needs of the company you're trying to sell them to?
Yeah, it would probably be first primarily off of the needs of the client that I'm using or I'm working with,
Mhm.
and then add on later. I try to start with Google Ads first, and then add the SEO afterwards because I'm trying to get them some clients coming in
Yeah,
quickly, and then the SEO, takes a little bit longer sometimes.
for sure. Okay, sounds good. Is your agency niche down? And if so, what niche?
Well, my experience or my background is in healthcare, so primarily my clients are healthcare related, but I've recently trying to work into the gym niche
Okay,
because it's just I guess an interest of mine is the gym.
awesome. Okay, yeah, I guess it's good to go into things and do things that you're already aware of or something that interests you and so forth, something that you can sell. Definitely a good strategy with that. What would you say is your biggest struggle that you've experienced within your agency when it comes to like scalability or processes, protocols, whatever it may be?
I think right now I'm trying to do everything myself,
Mhm.
and I'd recently hired a VA to help me gather the leads. But other than that, I've been trying to do everything myself, and I'm transitioning from a full-time job to trying to do this full-time, and it's just a matter of time, not having enough time in the day, I guess.
Yeah, that's a common struggle that I've seen when talking to agency owners is that they try to do a lot of the things themselves, and that takes away from the time of them being able to make outbound calls, try to grow their company, scale their business, do all the things that's important to actually grow the business. Where doing a lot of the grunt work yourself per se isn't necessarily going to get you there. So the solution I always tell the agency is yeah, when you're beginning, you might need to do some of that grunt work yourself, but aim for delegating stuff to VAs, to get employees, whatever it may be. That's probably your best long-term solution for that. So good stuff. Makes sense. What would you say makes you stand out amongst other marketing agencies?
Um, but I think it's just easy process to work with us. In trying to find the needs of the customer and be able to get results for them. I guess that would be that's our main asset.
Gotcha. Simple enough. Do you focus on inbound or outbound prospecting methods more so, or a little bit of both?
Um, yeah, it's pretty much outbound. If there's some inbound coming, then we take advantage of the opportunity, but it's mostly outbound.
So if I may ask, what do you do for outbound? Is it mostly like you do calls, you do like email marketing campaigns and stuff like that?
Well, because I'm still working full time my other job, I mostly have a email campaign going constantly.
Mhm.
Just its own automation. So there's emails going out all the time, and then I try to fit in a few calls every day. I don't get as many as somebody that's working full time, but I try to get a few cold calls every day because I feel like you get more results with a cold call than you will with an email campaign.
For sure. I would agree with you on that. Just calling, having that personal touch, calling someone. I mean, you may get some people that hang up on you, of course, especially when it's a cold call. But it's a numbers game. So as long as you make, those
Right.
calls, someone's going to listen to you, especially if you're running off of a good script that will convert and all that. So yeah, it's good to do a little bit of everything when it comes to that outbound stuff.
Right.
What's the number one prospecting strategy that gets qualified leads booked on your calendar daily?
Uh, well, we just, like I said, of doing the email campaigns, I get a list and run through Scrubber and then send out emails. Basically, it's just an email asking if they're taking on more customers or new clients. And if they answer yes, then I kind of capture the email and phone number and a name to contact. So that's kind of the way we're doing it.
Gotcha. Okay. So this question kind of goes off of that also. What's the best sales tactic you use to close the new deals? So let's say you already got them in your pipeline. They're kind of like on the fence and they're not sure if they want to continue or not. So what would you say is your tactic at that point?
Well, I use a lot of examples of reasons why. Like I said, I start with usually Facebook ads to try to get them customers coming in. You know, it says that for every dollar you spend on not Facebook, but on a Google ad, that you're going to double that in revenue. And I try to communicate that information to them. And then as far as closing, just try to get them results. I don't necessarily do free ads for them or anything, but I discount the initial one if it's a hard person that's really resistant. As long as they'll pay the cost up front, and then give them a discount just to prove that it does work. And then when it does, then you get a customer that continue to work with you.
Awesome. Sounds good. How do you set proper expectations to make sure your clients stay on board longer than 30 days?
Results, that's kind of the main thing, because if you're not getting results, then they're going to bounce on you.
Okay. Do you I typically recommend not to guarantee results for people that I speak to, but is there something you do as far as like guarantees, as far as results or customer service based or something like that?
No, not as far as guarantee. I don't want to guarantee anything, but once they start, they start seeing they're getting calls, and people are noticing them. That's kind of one of the things I say to them is, I'm trying to get you more visible online, and that's where it's at nowadays. That's where you're going to get more clients.
Gotcha. Sounds good. What's your formula for maximizing client retention and increasing lifetime value?
I just doing my job properly and timely. Just trying to make sure I get an appropriate response time to them and giving them value in what they're paying for.
Yeah, and that's one thing I always stress too is communications, making sure that you're able to communicate with your clients, giving those responses in a promptly manner, whether it's email, phone call, whatever it may be. Doing so, making sure you're there for your client. Those are all stuff that will definitely help you build business, grow your business, scale, and do all that good stuff. So that's definitely important right there. What's the most successful automation, if you have one, that you've set up in your business that either saves you the most time or makes you the most money?
Well, it saves me the most time is once I got my email campaign set up, then it just works automatically. And like I said, I recently hired the VA, and what he does is enter all the new prospects into the pipeline. So each morning, I wake up and I find new clients in my pipeline that's been loaded by the VA. And then I know the email campaign is going to start, with those new prospects in there. And then after that, I just start trying to make cold calls on the ones that I can. And it seems to be working much better than I before when I was trying to do it all myself.
For sure. So looks like you got your email campaign set up. It's a good automation to have in place. You have your VA doing a lot of the grunt work for you. So you set up protocol process. You got everything that you need being handled on that front. Another good automation. Perfect. Good stuff there. All right. So I got a few more questions for you. This is where we like to start talking about the money stuff with your agency. So without further ado, what is your monthly recurring revenue?
Right now I'm doing between 7,500 and 10,000 a month.
Awesome. Nice. Especially for you just starting off and working part-time. That's amazing. Good stuff.
Yeah. It's been going well.
Awesome. How many clients do you have, and what's the average monthly retainer they pay?
The average is just over 1,000. And then I only have about eight to 10 clients, that come and go each month.
Okay, awesome. What's a realistic revenue goal you see yourself at in 12 months from today? So you mentioned you're about 75 up to 7,500, 10,000 per month now. So where do you see yourself in 12 months?
Yeah, but by the end of the 12 months from now, I'm hoping to be at least at 15 or more if I can. It just depends on how much time I can spend, putting into making those calls.
Yeah,
I think that's going to make the difference.
Yeah, so it looks like a lot, or at least a lot of the agencies I speak to, doubling up that revenue is essentially the goal, doubling or more, which is a great goal to have. Definitely something you can do. And in your case, I can see yourself, starting to generate more revenue, being able to leave your other job, possibly putting in more time, and maybe even more so than doubling that. I think that might be your long-term plan, which would be amazing, obviously.
Yeah, that's kind of my goal. Is I'd rather get away from that 9 to 5 and be able to, as long as I got a laptop and a Wi-Fi, I'm good.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. What do you need to change in the next 12 months for you to be able to hit that revenue goal that you set for yourself?
Just being able to get in more clients. I think I've just gotten to where we're starting to put more prospects in there. You can always use more leads, I guess, more prospects to be able to contact, and then having the time to make those calls and close the deals. That's really the thing I need to do to reach my goal.
Yep, for sure. Awesome. Last question here. So if you had to start from zero, how long do you think it would take you to get back where you are now? And what's one thing that you would do differently?
Education is key. I think for me, I didn't spend enough time learning how to create an agency. And so that was the part that slowed me down the most, is that not taking advantage of the tools that are out there to be able to teach you how to do this and to get to the point where I am now. If I'd have taken advantage of those and really took the advice and applied it, I think I would have been off the ground much faster.
Yeah, when it comes to the agency space, education is super important. You got to know from the agency standpoint what you're doing as far as how you're generating leads, what you're doing for yourself, how to process orders that are coming in. Even as an agency owner, it's good to know the products that you're selling, not just from the high end standpoint of managing, but maybe also build out a campaign or two for Facebook ads, Google ads, or whatever it may be. Get your hands a little dirty per se. Not that you want to do that the whole time, but just get somewhat of a basic understanding of it. Just learn what you're selling, learn things not from a super technical standpoint, but get an overall general idea of what it is that you're selling. Something else that I usually recommend, which is exactly is what you're describing. So yeah, that was it. That's all I had for you today. All right. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate your time. Thank you, everyone that's watching. We'll see you next time on the Agency Owners Playbook. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Thanks. Have a good day.